Hello friends, I hope you are doing good, and guys, welcome back to our channel. So my friends, I've already made a video in which I've explained about the Canada Emergency Response Benefit, or CERB as it is popularly called. So guys, in this video I'll be solving most of the frequently asked questions and I'll try to answer them. And if there is anything else that you want to ask about CERB, please feel free to write in the comments below and I'll try my level best to answer them as well. So guys, let's get started. Number 1, I am a PR and I did my soft landing last year, that is in 2019, and after doing my soft landing and activating my PR status, I went back to my home country and I am in my home country currently. Am I eligible for CERB? The answer, my friend, would be no, because you are not still in Canada and you did not make $5,000 in Canada. Second, can husband-wife both apply for CERB? The answer is yes, provided you both have filed individual taxes and you have shown income on both, both the people have shown income more than $5,000 in 2019. If yes, then you guys are eligible for CERB. Third most common asked question is, I am already applying for EI. Am I eligible for CERB? So my friend, no. It has to be either EI or CERB and not both. Now this question is really interesting. I read it on one of the Facebook groups. So I am a PR. I have been residing in Canada for 2019, but in 2020 I was on a vacation to some other country and I am in lockdown in that particular country because of COVID-19. Am I eligible for CERB? So technically yes, because you have stayed in Canada for most of 2019 and you would have made more than $5,000, but currently you are not residing in Canada. So I am not sure of this particular answer. So your best bet would be to call CRA and ask for their guidance. So friends, the next question is, I am a incorporated contractor. So basically I have my own incorporation. Then am I eligible for EI or do I need to apply for CERB? So guys, as a director of an incorporation, you are not entitled to receive EI benefits because you are not paying EI premiums. So whatever monthly payroll you run, it is only for the CPP and income tax deductions and not EI premiums. So if you are not paying EI premiums, you will not be eligible for getting EI benefits, and because of this, you are only eligible for getting CERB and not EI. So guys, the next question is, how do I know which is appropriate for me, EI or CERB? So guys, there is no definite answer to this. However, if you ask me, I would suggest that apply for CERB first if you are eligible. This is because CERB is a finite program. So it's going to end in September 2020 and it is there in place only to combat the COVID relief. So basically it's like a relief for COVID affected people. So however, even after you have used up all the CERB slots, if you are still unemployed because of COVID-19, then you can go for EI as it's an ongoing program. And also let me tell you that EI and CERB both will give you $500 weekly. So it really doesn't matter which one you take first, but I would suggest go for CERB first and then if required, you can utilize EI benefits. Also to add to it, there is a portal available on CRA website which will help you determine whether you are eligible for EI or CERB and which one you should apply. So basically it will ask you a set of questions. When you answer that appropriately, it will tell you what program will suit you better. However, if there are any other questions in your mind, please feel free to get it clarified from CRA and proceed appropriately. So guys, the next question is for those who are here in Canada on a work permit. The question is, I am not a citizen of Canada nor I am a PR of Canada. So am I eligible for CERB? The answer is yes, because you are currently residing in Canada and if you have a valid SIN number and if you meet other eligibility criteria, that is your age must be greater than 15 years and you must have earned more than $5,000 in the last tax year. So if all those criteria are met, then yes, even work permit holders are eligible to apply for CERB. The next question is, I have been told by my employer to stay home. I am not being terminated by my job and I am not working also at the same time. So it's basically that I am on an unpaid vacation. Am I eligible for CERB? The answer is yes. it is not necessary for you to be laid off to be eligible for CERB. It's just that if you are affected in any way by COVID-19, you are eligible for CERB. So even though if your employer has not mentioned anything about terminating your job or keeping you back on job, there is nothing related to that. If you are currently not making any money, irrespective of your employment status, you are eligible for CERB. Guys, the next question is, does this $5,000 need to be earned in Canada itself? Guys, the answer is no. This $5,000 can be earned overseas as well, as there are many people who are either citizens of Canada or are permanent residents of Canada, but for employment purposes they take trip abroad to make money and then come back to Canada. But guys, the only condition is that you must reside in Canada, and the $5,000 can be earned even outside of Canada. That's not a problem. You are still eligible for CERB. The next question is, between EI and CERB, which is more beneficial? Guys, the answer to this is both of them are same as far as the benefits are concerned. Both CERB and EI will give $500 weekly. So if you had to choose, I would suggest go for CERB first. Once all the 4 slots of CERB are utilized, then if you are still eligible for EI, then you can claim EI at a higher rate, provided you have not found employment because of COVID-19. And guys, also let me tell you that obtaining CERB benefits does not impact your EI entitlement. So it's perfectly fine if you obtain CERB first and then in future you opt for EI. There is no impact to that. So don't worry about it. So guys, the next question is, I am a part-time worker and I am doing multiple jobs in order to get more income. Am I eligible for CERB? Guys, the answer is yes, because CERB is available for any worker who has been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. And also guys, CERB has been expanded to include all those workers who have lost their jobs completely or are making less than $1,000 before taxes in 1 month time period, and also those workers who are receiving EI benefits but are no longer eligible for it. So guys, all these workers are now eligible for CERB. So guys, the next question is, do I need to produce any kind of medical records or doctor's note in order to obtain EI or CERB? Guys, the answer is no. For CERB, there is no requirement of any medical record or any kind of documentation as such. However, for EI, the requirement for doctor's note is waived off and you can obtain EI without doctor's note as well. The next question is, I have an open EI claim when the pandemic was announced. So what do I need to do? Do I need to withdraw my EI claim and apply for CERB, or should I continue with EI? Basically, what needs to be done in this case? So my friends, in such a situation, if your EI claim was approved before 15th of March 2020, then you need to continue with EI claim and you will get weekly payments as per the entitlement. However, even after the EI benefits are over, if you are still out of work because of COVID-19, you can apply for CERB for the remaining time period, because CERB is available only till 26th September 2020. So if you have the remaining time left and if you're still out of work, you can still apply for CERB. But if your claim is approved before 15th March, you have to continue with EI compulsorily. If your claim is not approved before 15th March, then you can apply for CERB like immediately. So guys, the next question is, what counts towards the income of $5,000 in employment and or self-employment income? So guys, the answer to this is all the monthly salaries that you are getting, all the dividends that you are getting, all the royalties if you are an artist, or any kind of honoraria that you are getting, are all included under the $5,000 income. Also, if you are not eligible for EI, then all the maternity and parental benefits that you would have got through some other benefits, then you can include that as well. However, please note that any kind of bursary, student loans or pension amounts cannot be claimed as salary and it should not be included in the $5,000. So guys, the next question is, will other type of EI change? So basically there are 3 types of EI: maternity, parental and caregiver. So those EI, will it change because of COVID-19? Guys, the answer is no. The other types of EI, maternity, parental and caregiver, will continue as they were supposed to continue, and there will be no change to it. So friends, with this I end this particular video. I hope you are really like the contents. I have made a list of all the frequently asked questions and presented in this particular video. Guys, however, there are many situational questions depending on individual circumstances. If you have any such question to ask us, please feel free to write in the comment section below. And also guys, I would request you all to please connect with CRA, because they would be in a much better position to guide you and help you out in to solve your queries. So guys, I hope you all like the contents of this video. If you liked, please do like, comment and subscribe. I will keep on continuing posting such informational videos for you all. Please take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and let's be connected. Goodbye and take care.